Hi, my name is Ty Kiisel, and I work with OnDeck. I'm responsible for education here at OnDeck. You know, we're getting close to one of my favorite days of the year for small business. The Friday after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, and the Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. Most of you have probably heard of it, but if you haven't, in 2010, Amex started Small Business Saturday as a way to encourage small business purchases and to encourage people to go and patronize their local small business. In 2011, the U.S. Senate passed a resolution recognizing Small Business Saturday, and it's been going on every year since. I'm excited about it and patronizing small businesses. And part of the reason is because I just like small businesses, but another reason is you may be surprised at how much economic impact patronizing small businesses actually produces for your community. For example, on average, 48% of each purchase at a local merchant is recirculated throughout the community, compared to about 14% for big box national stores. A study in Andersonville, Illinois, it's a suburb of Chicago, found that for each dollar spent in a local merchant, 68% of that recirculated over time. So, you know, there was the first dollar spent, and then each time that dollar circulated, it amounted to an extra 68 cents, compared to about 43 cents for big chain stores. So every dollar you spend in local merchants is money that's going back into your community. Contrary-wise, when you buy something online, which is not a bad thing, but when you buy something online, it's almost no dollars back into your community. Maybe some dollars generated by the delivery driver, but that's about it. You should also know that nonprofits in your community, they benefit by about 250% more with local purchases. In other words, the local businesses that you patronize actually help the local nonprofits and local charities, the high school band, and all those kinds of things. That's all money that is generated by the local businesses that you patronize, or that other small businesses like you. You know, it's interesting because individually this isn't the case. They're very relatively small employers. But collectively, the Small Business Administration says that 2 out of every 3 net new jobs is actually created in small businesses. And about half, a little more than half of our friends and neighbors all work in small businesses. So patronizing small businesses is just a good idea. You know, another benefit is small businesses are less likely to leave the community. So a big box store will come in and possibly do a lot of business for a while, but eventually they might leave. Where the local bookstore or the small merchant where you purchase your suits, or maybe even the local restaurant, is more likely to stay. Local businesses are also linked to higher incomes. For example, they typically pay their employees a little bit better than the big box stores. So, you know, it just makes a lot of sense to take some of the money that you're going to spend for Christmas shopping and share it with the local merchants in your area on Small Business Saturday. You know, we support, at OnDeck, we support local small businesses here in New York. For example, It's Kale. We did a wellness fair earlier this year. We use a Serendipity catering, that we had come in to help us with an event here, as well as CityCap, where we did our holiday party last year. So take some of your budget and support the local small businesses in your area. Now, on Small Business Saturday, you have an opportunity, as you get new customers to come in, to actually build better relationships and encourage them to come back. So to wrap up, I'm going to share just a couple little tips and things that maybe you can do to take advantage of Small Business Saturday when this is top of mind for everybody. For example, one of the things that I think small businesses can do that is really important is create personal relationships with your customers. And you can do that with something as simple as offering baked goods or refreshments or treats or something that shows your customers how much you appreciate them. There are things you can actually produce yourself, or you can maybe even partner with another small business in your area and share their treats and goodies with your customers. Another thing, and I really like this. There are several businesses that I patronize where I pull in and they recognize me by name and they say, "Hello, Ty, how are you doing?" And I think it's amazing. Dale Carnegie said that your name, that a person's name was the sweetest sound they ever heard. And this is really a great tool as a small business owner to encourage people to patronize your store. And all it takes is recognizing them and calling them by name. Another thing you might want to do is promote some kind of maybe it's a late or an early sale, some way to engage people, give them a little bit of a special opportunity to patronize your store. Make it more convenient for them so that it's easier to come in, and you can offer small business Saturday discounts or something like that. There are lots of ways that you can encourage more people to come in, and once they get there, encourage them to come back. The secret to Small Business Saturday success is giving the people in your community a reason to come back and see you rather than going to the big box store down the road. And it's not all about getting all of the business for the holidays, but if everybody spends just a little bit visiting their friends and neighbors and the local small businesses that are around them, it's going to help your community, and you're going to actually feel pretty good about helping your neighbor down the street. That's it for today's Tips for Ty. We really appreciate you tuning in, and I'm looking forward to Small Business Saturday, and I hope you are too.